it's a must read for anyone who was born in the 90s. So the subtitle of the book is Chronicles of a 90s Kid, where the kid part is slashed out and it's replaced by a serial killer. So it's about a 90s kid who becomes a serial killer.
Oh my
So
God.
there are elements of unbridled violence, of course, but then there are elements of nostalgia. So anyone who was born in the 90s will find himself relating to multiple aspects of the book. So I think there are these factors which make the book a really interesting read. But again, because of the genre that the book is written in, there will be people who will not be comfortable reading.
Welcome back to another episode of SYWK podcast where no topic is off limits. I hope everyone is safe and healthy during these tough times. You know, many of them are bored during the lockdown and they don't know what to do. But I can suggest you something entertaining which will make your lockdown interesting, which is to start reading books. And if you love horror stories, you will surely love this episode because I have an amazing author for today's episode who has written a book called The Psychopath, the Cannibal and the Lover. It's quite fascinating to know about the book from the author itself. In this episode, he will be telling us the top 3 things of his book which will make a must read, and then he will even share his writing journey. Overall, a fun conversation with the author and my guest, who is none other than Mr. Tejasvi Priyadarshi. Well, if you enjoy our conversation, don't forget to check his book out and also support me by liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. Thanks. And now let's get started.
So welcome, Mr. Tejasvi, to my podcast channel, SYWK. It's an honor first, to get you on board and talk about something which is very fascinating to me as of lately, because I have got introduced to horror books by Neil De Silva, and I'm in touch with a lot of authors. So thank you for coming on my show, and I'm really excited to talk about your book, The Psychopath, the Cannibal and the Lover. So welcome, Mr. Tejasvi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Desmond. It's an honor for me to be invited here to talk about my book, or rather my books. And horror is also very fascinating to me. So I also write in the crime thriller genre, but horror is something that will have and has an element in all of my writing. So yes, and thanks to Neil De Silva for introducing us. Of course, not directly, but indirectly.
Yeah. To tell you a fact, I used to never read books, and in fact, any books. I was only interested in horror through movies, through podcast. But then, I got introduced to Jay Alani, who is a podcaster, and then after that, with Neil De Silva, he collaborated and they came up with a book, The Haunted, and that is how I got introduced to the world of books, the world of writing. And so far I'm really fascinated and I'm really excited to speak to all the authors possible in India, and I'm interested to promote only the Indian horror stuff. We are done with the Western horrors. Now I just want to promote the Indian horror stuff. So before we start, before you tell us about your book, if you can give us an introduction to our listeners.
So my name is Tejasvi Priyadarshi. During the day, I take care of sales for a boutique FMCG organization. Every time apart from that, what I am is this. I write splatterpunk novels. I write books in the crime thriller and horror genres. And just like you said, Desmond, I also used to only watch horror movies, right? So horror books was something that were introduced to me at an age of, say, 14 or 15, right? I used to read a lot, but not the horror genre. Because in the library that we had at school, there were no horror books, right? There was science fiction, there was young adult fiction, there was crime thrillers, but there were no horror novels. But because of my affinity towards the genre, I used to watch a lot of stuff, right? From the Z horror show days to the art days to the Koi Hai days. I have gone through everything, right? And I think Stephen King was the first horror author who was introduced to me by my cousin sister. right? And since then, it's always been him who's been on the top of my reading list, right? But I've read a lot of horror authors now, including the likes of Neil Siddharth, etc., who have been doing really well in the Indian horror writing landscape. Right, I have entered the landscape only last year. Right, I published my first book in July 2020, but it's been an exhilarating journey so far, and I look forward to many more years and many more books.
Yeah, don't worry. It's just the beginning, and I'm sure that you will come up with many more books related to Indian horror stuff, because like me, there are millions of people in India who's interested in the Indian horror stuff. To tell you a fact, when I was planning to start my podcast, I just researched about Indian books who about Indian horror stuff, and there was very less during that time. This was, you can say, end of 2019, and from then I decided that I should, even if I'm starting a podcast, I should cater to the horror genre and cater to the Indian horror genre and promote, because like me there will be so many people who are interested in the Indian stuff, but no one is promoting it, and before no one was writing it. But thanks to Neil, now thanks to you, thanks to a lot of authors who are coming up with such exciting books, and I will read your book, and I will be making another episode where I will be giving a review as well. So now,
of course, thank you.
Yeah. So now, if you can tell us top 3 things about your book which will make a must read, it will be interesting to me, and it will be interesting to our listeners as well.
Okay, let me first show you how the book looks like. It looks something like this, right? So this is the first edition of the book that was released, right? I have done a new cover. It's going to be released in the next month, right? I will also share it with you. There was another edition between these two, the copy of which I don't have currently. But this is how the book looks like, right? And the 3 reasons because of which I think my book can be read by people who are interested in the genre. Number 1, because of its location, right? It's based in Jamshedpur. It's based in Bangalore, right? There are not many horror books based out of these locations.
Okay.
Number 2, it's India's first splatterpunk novel, right? There have been books written partially in the genre, but this book is specifically dedicated to the splatterpunk genre, and it kind of overglorifies certain elements of horror, such as violence, gore, etc. Number 3, it's a must read for anyone who was born in the 90s. So the subtitle of the book is Chronicles of a 90s Kid, where the kid part is slashed out and it's replaced by a serial killer. So it's about a 90s kid who becomes a serial killer.
Oh my
so
God.
there are elements of unbridled violence, of course, but then there are elements of nostalgia. So anyone who was born in the 90s will find himself relating to multiple aspects of the book. So I think there are these factors which make the book a really interesting read. But again, because of the genre that the book is written in, there will be people who will not be comfortable reading. But again, to each his own.
Yeah. So this book, what you have written, the story is it's a true story, or this is your imagination and you have written down?
Everything is a figment of my imagination, right? But there are certain incidents, certain characters, certain locations which I have taken out of real life people, incidents, and locations. But the story as a whole is a figment of my imagination.
Oh, that's nice. It will be quite interesting for me to read this book. So now if I want to buy the book, where can I buy the book from?
It's available on Amazon. You can buy it directly from Amazon, and it's an Amazon exclusive book right now. I'm not sure if it will be available on other platforms in the near future, but it will be available on Amazon for sure. So you can get it from Amazon. You can either get a Kindle copy or you can get yourself a paperback.
Okay. So whoever wants to, buy the book, I will leave the link in my description so you can go buy the book. So now...
Thank you.
Let's go towards your journey. This is what I really like to ask all the authors. How was your journey writing the books?
Right. So there is a certain interest that I have always had in writing, right? And I have already told you about the interest that I had in the horror genre, right? A family friend of mine also introduced me to the splatterpunk genre in movies through a set of DVDs that he gave me back in 2009. So that re-sparked my lost interest in the genre, right? I had been avoiding the genre. I had been avoiding any kind of content for 2 years since I was busy in my board exams, etc., etc. But back in 2019, back in 2009, when he gave me a set of DVDs of the movies Hostel and 30 Days of Night, it was kind of a turning point in my writing and content consuming career. So I have been consciously and continuously consuming a lot of horror content since then. Right, I was at one point of time on a one-day a movie rule, wherein I watched a movie every day, and every movie was horror. So I also boast of a 3 TB horror collection, right, which I think is very exclusive to me because it contains collections of movies which cannot be found anywhere. So it's very interesting how my journey as a horror connoisseur has evolved, right? To talk about how I came into the writing part of things, right? When I was in my graduation, right, I was based out of Bangalore, and I was studying computer science engineering, but I wanted to write. I liked writing, so I did more than a couple of internships in content writing. So I wrote for a tech blog. I wrote for a sustainability blog. I wrote for a lifestyle blog, and then I decided that no, this is not something that I like to write. There's no imagination. Everything is fact. I started my own blog in 2013, and I started reviewing movies there. I started curating horror movie lists. I started reviewing movies. Went on for a couple of months before I decided that this is not something that I will be able to monetize, and I should start thinking of writing something of my own. I wrote one chapter of this book back then, right? And the chapter has been included in the book as the prologue, just like it was written back then. I haven't edited it. I haven't done anything to it because it has kind of a value. It kind of has a nostalgic value, right? That was 2014. Fast forward to 2017 when I picked the book again. I drew a structure to it, wrote parts of the story, right? A friend of mine also helped me curate part of the structure, right? 2018, I went to Africa. In Africa, I wrote a couple of chapters again, right? 2019, I did not touch the book. But 2020 March, when the world went into a lockdown, I was 5 chapters into the book, and I had to do another 27 chapters. I took a month and I completed the book. So April 2020, when I completed the book, I got it self-edited. I got it beta read by a couple of people. Of course, I was completely new into the landscape of publishing and writing. I did not know how to get published. I did not know what to write, how to query, etc. I learned everything myself. Then I started querying publishers. Not a lot of publishers showed interest in the book purely because of the kind of material that it contained. I decided to self-publish the book. First published it on KDP, then got the paperback out. So right now it's a one-of-a-kind, end-to-end self-published book. I have an own printer connection. I have my own agencies who run advertisements for me, etc. So it's been a great journey so far, and I'm really liking it. Right, the book got a lot of appreciation when it came out. In fact, it's one of India's highest-rated horror thrillers on Amazon at this point of time. Mostly, it has got mostly positive reviews, but there are some negative reviews. Of course, you cannot please everyone. Of course, and with the kind of content that I write, I'm sure there will be people who will stand up against the content that's been written, asking to censor it. But again, as I said earlier, to each his own. It's a genre that needs certain elements that cannot be seen or heard by or read by everyone. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's quite interesting your journey from where you started, how you got that idea, and then it took so much of time. But thanks to the lockdown, that you got some more time, peace of mind, so that you can sit and finish your book and you could publish it.
Right.
And I hope you watch some more movies so that you come up with some more ideas, so you can come up with some more books related to the genre.
No, so my ideas are not directly related to any of the movies, right? So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that there are certain elements which
yeah.
inspire me to write,
Hmm,
right? And of course, there's more content that needs to be read and watched
hmm. Yeah.
in order to pivot the story towards a certain space,
Hmm,
right?
hmm,
So,
hmm.
and again, thanks to the lockdown, I have completed one more book in the lockdown, and
Wow.
I am on the verge of completing two more. So
Oh.
it's lockdown has helped me in a way that it has given me a lot of free time, right? The time
Yeah.
when I used to party or travel or socialize, I have cut down on all of that, and I'm concentrating on writing. So
Actually,
yes, it's been good.
yeah, actually, go to see, the lockdown has helped a lot of people in understanding themselves, and discovering themselves.
Right, right,
Because if you're living
totally
in
agree.
India, and if you're especially living in Mumbai, the lifestyle is so fast, you don't know when the week starts, when the weekend is over, and no one has time to do productive work. But because of lockdown, even I started my podcast. I had plans to start my podcast in 2017, 2018, but then I was working. I never thought it will be how to tell you, like, I was not very serious about podcasting. But then because of the lockdown,
Understood.
I said, let's go for it. Let me speak to a lot of people who are related to the horror genre and interact with them and get to know more about the Indian horror stuff. And now let's go to the next part. If you can tell us, how are you associated to HWA, the Horror Writer Association?
So I was introduced to the Horror Writers Association by Neil De Silva, who happens to be the president of the Indian chapter, right? And in the month of January earlier this year, I was awarded the diversity grant by the Horror Writers Association. So it's been a pleasure, and it's been an honor being awarded that. And right now, I'm a member of the HWA. I also happen to be amongst one of the panels that will be speaking at the StokerCon in May this year. So I'm
Wow.
really looking forward to my journey with the HWA,
Hmm.
and there are a lot of things that lay ahead.
Hmm.
Of course, when I meet you next, I'll tell you all about them.
Quite interesting your journey, and everything about you is quite interesting. So before we go, if you can tell us what are your future plans, and you were talking about your next book. Can you tell us about your next book, or is it still too early?
No, I can obviously talk about it, but I cannot talk a lot about it, right? So I finished it during NaNoWriMo 2020,
Hmm.
right? It's in the latter stages of its editing right now, and I'm also querying publishers.
Hmm.
It's a crime thriller with a few elements of horror, right? It's not an out and out horror book, but it's basically a crime thriller with a few elements of horror. There are two more books which are in the pipeline, and which will be finished by the end of this month or by the end of the next month. The first drafts, of course.
Okay.
Both of them are outright horror novels,
Hmm.
right? One is a psychological horror, and the other is platform. So there's a lot of exciting content that I'm churning out, and I think all of them should be released sometime by the end of this year or by the beginning of next year.
That's nice. I will be waiting for your next book to release, and I'm going to message you again, and we are going to do another episode, and we're going to talk about your next book as well.
Of course,
So,
of course.
thank you once again for coming on my show and talking all about your book. And we have a common interest, which is horror, and I always like people, who like horror. I really like to have a conversation with them. So, thank you once again, and it's my pleasure to have you again.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much, Desmond. I think it's been an honor coming here and speaking about horror and my book and everything else. Keep making podcasts. That's all I can say. It's a very interesting concept, and it's something that I am also getting into in terms of being a participant, of course. My first love is writing.
Yeah.
So all the best. Keep making podcasts, and I am looking forward to you reading my book soon.
Thank you everyone for listening, and see you next week.